Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Danielle and we are discussing the final element that I'm going to discuss anyhow. Water. Like I said, I wasn't going to discuss spirit. It's such a personal thing, I feel, and it's such an intangible thing, and everybody's got their own definition. I feel spirit is something to be discovered through your own experience, and it's just such an enigma that who am I to give a definition of what it is? Like, seriously. So I'm gonna leave that up to you guys. So water is called from the west. It's considered moist and cool. Now, funny enough, water, according to Wikipedia, which is where I'm getting this from, is associated with the calm temperament. I absolutely have to disagree with that. Pisces, anyone? What in the hell is calm about that? So, I'm used to that earth being, calm and cool to the point where it can be considered, apathetic and nonchalant and like really don't give a damn. I've never gotten that from water signs. Water signs are, just don't make them mad, but they're usually the warmest people that you will come across, not this cool, unemotional. I don't get that from water signs. So you guys let me know, what do y'all think about that? That's one of the things I do disagree with here. Um Now, it's feminine in nature. It represents obviously the liquid state of matter. So when you make your oils, if you're trying to make a balanced oil with earth, air, water, fire elements, your oil would actually be representative of the water element. It corresponds to maturity. I wouldn't say the crone stage of life, but the mother stage, because what isn't it, the maiden, the mother, and the crone? So I would say the mother stage is what water would correspond to the most. It also represents death and rebirth. You before you are born, you are in water, and some would say that you return to the primordial waters when you die. It rules over the heart, the kidneys, blood. Your sense of taste is associated with the color blue. It rules over your emotions and subconscious, and therefore is associated with the hearts suite in playing cards, or the cups in tarot. It's also associated with the hangman and the queens um, in tarot. Now, I would definitely say keep that in mind. Maybe if you've been working with playing cards and you've been a little confused with the readings, maybe it's not dealing with, relationships and matters of the heart. It could be a matter of the mind, of your subconscious mind. So look at your cards in that lens and see if that makes more sense to you. I just felt like that needed to be said. Animals, water, any animal in the water, to me, honestly, represents the water element. So fish, dolphins, it could be mythical creatures associated with the water as well. Anything that likes to hang out around the water as well. There are certain birds and certain species of animals you're only going to find near water, so they could definitely represent water as well. Zodiac signs associated with the water element: Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I don't know any Scorpios personally, but I have a Cancer sister, very warm person, the complete opposite of unemotional. Well, I won't say that, because she's that made it seem like like she's volatile, and she's not. But I mean that there's no apathy there. She's one of the most, um, loving people I know. And I have a Pisces son. Now, his age got something to do with it, but the most cryingest child. So I definitely feel his age. I know he's gonna grow out of that at some point, but I don't get unemotional from from water signs. Okay, so tell me your experiences too with that. I'm interested in that. Um, tools of Elemental tools of water are the chalice or the cauldron, cup, bowl of water. You can use a bowl of water, anything like that, to represent water on your cauldron. Or again, if you have a statue of something, of an animal associated with the water, you can put a picture of a fish up there, whatever. Get creative. Seashells. I have seashells that I use to represent water that I got from the river right by my hometown. And that's what I use. And I got a bunch of them. So I use them sparingly in my magic, because I don't know when I'm going back to that beach. So metals and different stones that are associated with water: silver, lapis lazuli, sapphire, amethyst, citrine. Plants that correspond to the water element are juicy, they're refreshing. So like cucumbers, watermelons, anything that squirts you pretty much when you bite into it is can be associated with water. Catnip, cherry, coconut, of course. Gardenia, jasmine, lemon balm, licorice. These are just a few plants that are associated with water. If you aren't sure if a plant is associated with the water element, see if it's associated with the moon or Venus, because they're usually the qualities or what have you. That's what they're looking at to determine the water quality, if you will. So it might be easier to find Venus plants, Venus herbs, Venus metals or whatever, or moon herbs, etc., rather than water. Incense that correspond to water include ylang ylang and myrrh. So when would you want to use water? For me, my strongest association with water in my magic would be cleansing. But definitely if you want to put out fires, I might have mentioned that before. I can't remember. But if a situation is volatile, put it out with water. So since this is the last video, I definitely want to reiterate, I do believe I mentioned this in the first video on Earth, that think about what these elements do in a physical sense. Why would you need earth? Why would you need water? Why would you need fire? Why would you need air? The positive aspects, the destructive aspects: hurricanes, tornadoes, tsunamis, floods, forest fires, earthquakes, avalanches. Think about that. Because you can definitely incorporate that into your magic. It's all symbology, right? Okay, you can really have some fun with some shit, especially if you work with dolls or something like that. Okay, get creative. So think about that though. How is that element used? How is it of value? How do they interact with one another? And you will get an idea of how you can use this in your magic, because it's all energy. You put fires out with dirt or flour, like with the grease fire. You don't add water to that. It's only flowers, only earth, if you will. And then other fires, you can put them out with earth and water, or you can just water. And think about the effect of that. You throw it on water. It's so think about that. If you're going to use just straight up water to put out a volatile situation, think about what happens when you just throw water on a fire. It sizzles. It does a bunch of stuff. So it's gonna sizzle. Your situation is gonna sizzle and do a bunch of stuff, and then the fire is out. So keep that in mind. So yeah, I don't want to make this video too long again, but think about the mundane, because as always, as above so below, as without so within. Study these things and you will get a better understanding, and you will be able to work your magic in more effective ways. So that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching and stay tuned for more. Bye.